everybody? Welcome back to the channel Tripleinc. It is Bradley back. So summer has come early this year, very early, with the latest release from Dolce and Gabbana. This is Light Blue Eau Intense. So this fragrance is indeed a flanker to the summer superstar of Dolce and Gabbana's Light Blue. Very interested to see what this Eau Intense version was going to bring to the table. So with that, I'd like to showcase the beautiful presentation of Light Blue Eau Intense. This bottle is just super photogenic. From every angle, it looks absolutely amazing. I remember when I first purchased it in the store, it was sitting on the shelf, and I just looked at it and I'm like, man, that's a really good looking bottle right there. It's got the classic light blue shape, the frosted glass right here, and of course that amazing electric blue juice color. Just an absolutely gorgeous bottle. You can pretty easily differentiate the two bottles. This has the screaming bright blue juice, and this is a little more of a clear juice. And the boxes definitely look very nice. The box for Light Blue Eau Intense does much the same as the original. Got that beautiful, very nice velvet sort of a texture to it, with the same color as the juice as well. Overall, I really enjoyed the presentation. It definitely grabbed my attention from the first moment that I saw it. The scent. So what are we looking at in terms of a scent from Light Blue Eau Intense? I gotta say it smells very nice, definitely similar to the original Light Blue in the sense that it nailed that citrus aspect of Light Blue right on the head. Really, really nice with the citrus in here. However, the saltiness that was found in the original Light Blue is pretty much completely gone. That is an absolute shame in my opinion. That was some of my favorite notes in the original Light Blue, was that really nice salty sort of a scent that it had. Mainly up top, it's all about the grapefruit and the mandarin orange. Those are definitely the two notes that pop out to me right away up top. Very citrusy, very summery, and all those types of great things. Also has a little bit of a juniper in here for a little bit of added sharpness, really nice and masculine, just like the original Light Blue was, but in a summery type of a way. And that's pretty much all that I get, guys. It's kind of like a designer level grapefruit mixed with a little bit of an orange pop, and that's pretty much it. It's a very linear scent. And if you want to know how this smells, the easiest way that I can describe it is take the original Light Blue and minus the salty notes, and then you get Eau Intense. And this is a maybe, right? A big maybe, maybe, a little bit, teensy bit more, I guess, bold, intense, if you will, but that's a stretch. I mean, it just has the same citrus notes as the original Light Blue did, minus the saltiness. I think that they could have done a little bit more with this. It just has that kind of muskiness in the dry down, just like the original did, but again, it could have done so much more with this scent, I think. Overall, it doesn't smell bad, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna score it a 3 out of 5 for the scent, which is a pretty average rating by my standards. I don't think it smells as good as the original Light Blue. I was kind of let down a little bit, you know, with a name like Eau Intense. I was expecting it to be really bold, really punchy, but it just smells like the citrusy aspect of the original Light Blue minus the saltiness. So if you didn't like the saltiness in the original, you would definitely like this one. But to me, it's just missing a little something, which is a little bit of a disappointment. Again, doesn't smell bad, but I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Funny story, ready to hear a joke? This performs literally the exact same as the original Light Blue. Even though this says intense on it, it really is pretty much the exact same performance. I can't even tell the difference when I have them sprayed side by side, which is a real shame. You know, like I said, Eau Intense, I was expecting this to be much, much stronger than the original. The original is already a decent strength, but this doesn't really improve upon that at all. Again, a big disappointment for me. I was expecting so much more out of the performance department. You know, it gets me about the same as Light Blue, which is what, 5 to 6 hours longevity, but sometimes it will last longer on the skin as a skin scent than the original Light Blue. I will give it that, but the projection is literally the exact same. Pretty much only an hour when people can smell you, and after that, it's not too much after that. Not a terrible performer by summer standards, but I was expecting so much more. I love the original scent, and the one problem I wish that it had was that it performed better. But this one I was hoping was going to answer those prayers, but it didn't. This one you can go as many sprays as you want. I don't think you're going to have any trouble with that. Usually 4 or 5 sprays, you should be fine. You can spray as much as you would like. So the performance, I'm going to score the same as Light Blue, a 3 out of 5. Again, longevity may last a little bit longer on the skin, but projects for the exact same amount of time. Just as the original Light Blue was, Eau Intense is an equally great summertime scent in my opinion. This fragrance just screams summertime. Funny story with this one, when I first purchased it, it was indoors when I had it sprayed on, and I came outside, it was a little bit of a warmer day out, and I said, whoa, this smells really good. Something about it, when the heat gets on it, it opens up the grapefruit and the mandarin citrusy smell, makes it smell even better when it's hotter out, so I can only recommend this for warmer weather use all day long. Definitely a casual scent, daytime to the gym. If this had better performance, this would be a beast in the clubs, I would think, and also would work nice on a date, but unfortunately this doesn't have the performance to really push out, so I can only say indoors because it won't last outdoors, and definitely geared more for the casual type of environment. If it's kind of a sporty guy, definitely you high schoolers out there, this would be a great one to go look at. Overall, I think this could be a Swiss Army knife for you in the casual situations in the warmer months. Definitely is a really good one to go check out, and actually I think maybe even a little bit more versatile than light blue because of the lack of the salty note. This I think can also be worn very nicely in the spring seasons as well. So I'm gonna score versatility the same as light blue again, a 3.5 out of 5. Doesn't really improve upon it in this category, and as I said, if it had better performance like the Eau Intense label says that it would have, you know, it would be really nice in the clubs and night out, but unfortunately it does not, so I think a 3.5 out of 5 is a pretty good rating. Let's go with the compliment factor now. I may have to jump into this river back here for this compliment factor. It is really, really nice. 2 compliments the very first day that I wore it. I think that is awesome. You know, the original light blue was always a very good compliment getter for me, especially in the summertime in the high heat. This, I can already tell you, is going to do much the same thing. Definitely a highlight of this fragrance. It does get you some nice compliments. I think it's going to get me the same amount of compliments overall as the original light blue was, because it does take much of the light blue DNA, maybe even 75% of that light blue DNA. That's how similar this smells to the original. So it's definitely going to get you pretty much the same compliment factor, I would think, as the original light blue did. So for me, I'm going to score this a 4 out of 5 for the compliment factor. Definitely very nice. I'm going to be expecting maybe a compliment every single time that I wear it so far. That's pretty much what it's been giving me. So that's very nice for me. So that's a pretty good rating, I think, for the compliment factor. Definitely a highlight of this scent. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, if you already own the original light blue, I don't necessarily think that light blue Eau Intense is worth a purchase. This smells very, very similar to the original, and in all honesty, doesn't really do anything more than the original does. I gave the original an 8 out of 10 when I reviewed it. It's one of my favorites for the summertime, and I'm going to score this new Eau Intense flanker a 7 out of 10. I know this is a little bit lower of a rating than what I normally would give fragrances. I still think it smells very nice. Got that grapefruit and that mandarin orange in there. However, it just doesn't really compare to the original in my opinion. That lack of the salty note really, really hurts it. It doesn't perform any better, exactly as versatile, gets the same compliments, and at the end of the day, I think it's kind of a redundant purchase if you were to buy both of these. But since I'm a collector, you already know I gotta cop both of them, right? So that's gonna be it for this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for some more fragrance content. Also, be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Blitz Golf, where I do golf course reviews, club reviews, and all those types of different things. Of course, let me know what your thoughts are about light blue Eau Intense in the comment section down below if you've tried it or if you really want to get your hands on it. And I will hopefully see you back on this channel sometime very, very shortly with another video. Peace.